Hey guys, Regina Floyd of Freedom to Live Life Well, coming to you from fabulous Las Vegas. And today I want to talk to you about mindset. And I want to ask the question, do you think that your mindset can make a difference in, how you respond to the things that happen to you in your life? And I'm here to tell you that I believe that your mindset makes a huge, tremendous difference. And the reason that I say that is because this morning I woke up at 6 o'clock, and as I walked into my kitchen, I observed what I initially thought was maybe the dog making a mess of some sort, maybe tearing up a pillow or something under my dining room table. And as I looked, half sleepy at 6 a.m. in the dark, I soon realized that what had happened is that my dining room ceiling, about a 4-foot by 3-foot section, had actually come down and fallen onto the floor in my kitchen. And so as you can imagine, the initial reaction and shock to waking up first thing on a Friday morning and discovering that your ceiling is on your floor kind of, took me back. I paused for a moment. What has been happening is we've been having some rain here in Las Vegas, and it's actually rained probably almost 2 days straight, which is a little weird for us. And apparently I just have discovered now that I have a roof leak. Like one of my tiles has been moved probably by the wind or something, and water has gotten into the ceiling, or actually into the roof, and made its way down to this corner of what ends up being my dining room. And the water had been pooling there apparently for some time, and finally just collapsed today with all the weight and pressure. So what I observed, and what makes me think of this subject of mindset, is that there would have been a time when I woke up and walked into my kitchen, hadn't had my coffee yet, and my ceiling is on the floor, where I would have freaked out. I would have been angry, I would have been upset, I would have been stressed out, I'd have been, oh my God, and just freaking out. But today I noticed, and I'm really working on more self-awareness of my feelings. So today I noticed that as I'm looking at my dining room ceiling on the floor, and I'm thinking to myself of all the things I got to do, as far as who to call and how to get it handled, I realized that I wasn't freaking out, that I actually felt pretty calm, pretty matter-of-fact, pretty nonchalant. Yeah, it was an inconvenience. There were things I wanted to do today. I didn't have anything to do, anything I specifically had to do. I work from home, so my work was here at home today. But there were things I wanted to do and people I wanted to hang out with, and that got changed, as a result of my ceiling being on the floor. But I noticed that, instead of freaking out and being upset and just being crazy, that I actually was calm. And I actually looked at it as, wow, okay, well, I know what my day is going to be today. I know what I got to do today. And I ended up, making all the calls and getting all the people out, and had a water remediation company out, and got to hear that I'd have to have asbestos and lead testing because of the age of my house. It's 40 years old. And then also come to find out that I have mold in there, that had apparently been leaking for some time, and I have mold in the ceiling. And, all these things that just kept coming. And I'm now looking at a hermetically sealed dining room, because in case you're not familiar with this, until they can get the test back to confirm that you don't have asbestos or lead, they actually cannot do anything to fix the situation. So in essence, my dining room ceiling is, I think they picked it up for me or they bagged it, but it's still on the floor. And they just sealed off the whole area with big plastic, and they have a humidifier, or something that takes the moisture out of the air in that room. And I'm looking at a big plastic bubble around my dining room. So that's how the day has ended thus far. But even all of that, I still chose to see the silver lining in this cloud. And I just noticed that, wow, I've been taking this pretty good, and I'm sure that as these guys are here working today, a couple times they said some things to me about the delay and about the fact that I couldn't get into this area, that it had to be sealed off, and they just said some things and kind of said it in a way where maybe they were waiting for a reaction, and they probably thought that I was on crack, because I was like, oh, okay, You know, and I was just like, okay, cool, thanks for everything that you're doing. I really appreciate what you're doing to, you know, help me get it set up and help me fix it, and I appreciate you being here. And I know they must have thought this lady's on crack because she's just way too happy that her ceiling is on the floor. And it really wasn't that I was happy my ceiling's on the floor. I just chose to focus on the fact that it is what it is, and it's getting handled, and for whatever reason, it's an experience I get to experience. So maybe in the future I can help someone else that finds their ceiling on the floor. I can kind of help them out with that. I don't know. But, you know, I've been doing a lot of personal development over the last 1 or 2 years, actually. And in the last probably 6 months, actually been an active member of a conscious creator group. And really making a conscious choice to create the life I want. Which means instead of allowing feelings to just come in and letting those take over, I choose what I want to feel. I choose how I want to react. I choose how I want to perceive what is happening. And, you know, and basically, I guess something that I heard said is that, you know, experiences in life don't happen to you, they happen for you. And even though it may not be clear to me right now why this particular experience is happening, I know that it didn't happen to me, it happened for me in some way. One thing, maybe I'm going to get a new painted ceiling in my dining room, I'm not sure. But, you know, I've just consciously chosen how to accept stuff. And I've consciously chosen the feelings I want to feel. And, you know, a lot of that has to do with the personal development, the books I read, the people that I'm masterminding with, the groups that I participate in. And it's made a huge, huge difference in my life. And in some future videos, I'll share some experiences that have been happening here in the last week or two where, because I've consciously decided what I want in my life, I've consciously decided what I want to feel and what I want to enjoy and what I want to have in my life, those things are actually coming to be. The circumstances, the people, just some really cool things have been happening in my life, and I'll start to share those with you in some following videos. But I encourage you to consider your mindset and know that you actually do have a choice in how you choose to feel about things, how you choose to handle things, how you choose to respond to things, and you can actually choose to be happy even in a situation where your ceiling is on your floor and, you know, all the stuff that goes with that. You can choose how you want to feel about it. And I choose happy, and I like the flow that I feel in my life. I like the just contentment and the joy and the peace that flows in my life when I just go, okay, it is what it is. It's happening for a reason. I can't wait to see where this goes, and just kind of treat it like an adventure. So I'm going to include in this description here, if you're on my YouTube channel, some information for a call that I encourage you to get on that has really played a tremendous part of my life in helping me have a mindset that allows me to handle things, you know, from the ceiling caving in to something even as you know, just tragic and heartbreaking as the passing of my mother. When my mother passed, most difficult time of my life, but the fact that I'd been working on my mindset and growing myself and choosing how I want to respond to things, I was able to get through that and actually manage it. You know, manage something that tragic as your mother passing in your arms, you know. So I encourage you to check out the phone call information and check out any links. Subscribe to my videos here because I'll be sharing more things as they come up for me. I'm just going to be sharing my life's path and my life's adventure and what comes up, and I hope that that provides some value to you. Leave me some comments if you know, if anything I've said has been some value to you, and I look forward to speaking to you on the next video. Make it a fabulous day because you really do deserve it. Take care. Talk to you soon.